A couple of days out from that second test match here in Brisbane, and England gone back to their old routine of naming their side. 2 days to go. Michael Atherton, what do you make of the side they have named, with Will Jacks coming in for the injured Mark Wood?
Yeah, that one change. I'm not that surprised. I think it's probably the right call. It feels like a very pragmatic, strategic choice for this particular game. Day-night game, obviously, pink ball game. Jacks was a little bit of a left field pick in the squad initially because he's not played that much test cricket, just a couple of test matches. But I think they probably had the eye on this game, this pink ball game under lights, because it's been quite hot here and they don't necessarily want 5 seamers, because the word is that the pink ball has been going quite soft after 20, 30 overs. So they may need some spin. Nathan Lyon has good record in day-night cricket for Australia, but equally pink ball cricket suggests lower scoring games, definitely a result. So he offers them a little bit of insurance with the bat as well at number 8 behind Jamie Smith. I'm sure Jamie Smith will be happy to have somebody behind him that can bat with him as well, so he doesn't have to kind of give his wicket away with the tail, if you like. So I think it's a pretty good and pragmatic selection for this game.
If you were Shoaib Bashir, how would you be feeling? Because obviously England have invested a lot in him, and then they pick a spinner, but it's not him. How do you feel he's gone on this tour? He played at Lilac Hill, for example.
Yeah, I would say that Jacks looked every bit as good an off-spinner as Shoaib Bashir at Lilac Hill, and that probably helped sway the decision as well, and then he gives them the extra batting. But you're right, they've invested a lot in Shoaib Bashir the last couple of years or so. They've consistently said he's our #1 spinner. He was in the 12 for Perth, and Brendan McCullum, before the series began, said Shoaib Bashir is our spinner. But I'm sure they will have spoken to him and maybe just slightly fed to him ahead of this series that it was always likely that Jacks might come into the equation for this game. I mean, there's no reason why. Next game is at Adelaide, proper day game, maybe a much drier pitch where spin is expected to play a much stronger role. There's no reason why Bashir couldn't come into the side for that game, see how Jacks goes in this particular game. But I just think for this game, it's a kind of pragmatic pick. And
it's a bit of a concern, isn't it, again, with Mark Wood? Because again now, they may say, oh, he may be fit for Adelaide. There's a big gap between this test match in Brisbane and the Adelaide test. But again, he'll go a long period without bowling. There's no games of cricket in between. So every time he comes back in, it is a risk.
Yeah, it's a problem. He's getting to that stage now, isn't he? What is he, 35 or so? History of injuries. Hasn't played very much red ball cricket. Minimal workload. He had a niggle at Lilac Hill before the first test. Minimal workload in the first test, and now another reported niggle behind that left knee. I suspect, actually, when they were kind of planning ahead, you can't have everything set in stone, but they were probably not thinking of him for this game, because this is more, you know, pink ball moves. You want bowlers who pitch it up and get the ball moving. They're thinking more of his pace for somewhere like Adelaide, but it is a concern if he can't get through the minimal amount of work that he had at Perth. What was it, 11 overs or so, and having that niggle. So, as you say, a long break between now and Adelaide for him, and fingers crossed that he can get through that game.
Obviously the pink ball test match. You've been around the nets the last few days. What have the players been saying? What have you been seeing with this pink ball? Because Australia's record is superb with the pink ball. England's slightly different. What's the whisper and the rumours on this particular pink ball here?
Well, as you say, Australia, great record. 12 from 13 wins at home in pink ball cricket, but most of them not at the Gabba, most at Adelaide. And of course they were beaten here by West Indies in early 2024 at the Gabba when Shamar Joseph bowled brilliantly. The word is the bowlers are saying it goes soft. There seems to be a much bigger contrast between the new pink ball and the old pink ball than the new red kookaburra, which has obviously changed in nature in the last couple of years or so, last 5 years or so. So they're saying it swings big when it's new, goes quite soft later. And then obviously you've got the vagaries of when the lights come on, twilight falls. That seems to be the time when wickets fall. The most recent state game here at the Gabba between Victoria and Queensland, wickets fell in that twilight period when the lights came on, and they fell in clusters. So, you know, there might be strategic and tactical elements to the game under lights.
One thing that we have found out in the last couple of days, you do get some storms here in Brisbane, but as you can see behind us, the evenings have thankfully been dry, because it is a vital test ahead.